I can't believe it's Friday. Can you Fridays come around again so quickly? A few months ago when the lockdown began, it felt like every day was a month, and now suddenly weeks are flying past really quickly. So it's Friday, and Friday has been for a while for me Freedom Friday, a day we think about the freedoms I have, that we have, and those people that haven't got them yet. We founded a charity around that aspect many years ago, and I was talking to a friend this morning about this. We have opportunities, we see things that are possible, and yet clearly there's still a gap. But I think we are making more progress, but there's still work to do. And whether you're doing that at a top level advising governments and banks, whether you're doing that on an individual basis for yourself, your family, whether you're in need of help, whether you're able to help other people, I think we can collaborate more. Clearly there have been challenging times, and yet we have a level of freedom now that many people still take for granted. If we think back a few hundred years, how far we have come, and the opportunity we have to progress. Now, in a slightly more strategic alchemy sense, business sense, and how do we apply that? How do we apply those lessons for ourselves? Well, I think one of the things is that we often think that things happen in a linear basis. There's one step at a time, right? And yet that isn't really how the world works. If you look at a new child when they're first born, a week later, 2 weeks later, 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 16, 32, it isn't a linear progression with their growth, with their comprehension, with their skills, let alone on a yearly basis and a decade basis. I've been on the planet now for over 40 years, and between now and when I'm 50, which I think will just be the start of my adventures, I can see how far I can possibly learn to be myself, and how much more fun, how much more freedom I can create for myself and my family, and also my friends. And also the mindset of having everybody on the planet be a friend, really expanding who we focus on and our influence, and who we're influenced by. I think that opportunity to have a lot of fun and freedom now is there, but it's also important to take care of the basics, to do the things we need to do, and not be reckless, to not take for granted those freedoms we have. Whether it's the glass of water, the fact we can think, that we can go for a walk. And if you haven't got those in place today, that you can even go after those in the future. And there are communities around the world doing whatever they can to build systems, to build teams, to really forward a bright future. So, quite a thoughtful maybe Freedom Fun Friday. And maybe here's a question to leave you with. What's something fun you could do between now and midnight, just for fun? No business intention, no plan to be wise and learn. Just something simple that's fun for you. What could that be? And how about you go do it? With that said, I want to have some fun myself, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.